Conundrum. Capricious and fleeting, salacious and heart-wrenching, were the smoldering fires of our passion that left a charred heart no longer beating. An unforeseeable, colossal collision I didn't think would ever again be. The savage smashing of our worlds was a Herculean brutality. You were a footnote from a previous chapter, an experience from adolescent ventures. You were my first real crush, my knight in shining armor, my darkling thrush. Your lips were bliss, your love was magic. The thought of our first stolen kiss made my heartbeat sporadic. Some 9 years before, I was a young girl unsure, but eager to explore the frenzied feelings your hands implored. Delicious and earth-shattering was your tantalizing touch. You were voracious for me, and I burned for you too much. I could not get enough of you. You could not leave me alone for long. The attraction we shared crackled with amatory truth. We were sure of the other and strong. But I was young, and you were a bit older. I still had childish fears, though your feelings only grew bolder. And thus began the inane, the monotonous game of cat and mouse. I ran when you became too intense. I constructed a boulder and defense. Still somehow you always broke through my defenses with a powerful thrust of your masculine charms. Oh, that I would catastrophically combust under the meticulous ministrations of your demands. The more I pulled away, the lesser of us remained, until that final anticlimactic tug would pull the perpetual plug. My damp springs were left to dry up and shrivel. My body that once zinged was now a winter wonderland of rubble. And like the seasons which morph in the natural course of time, we both moved on to other suggestive finds, though that special place in the heart, reserved only for that first true love, had never become a vacancy, not on either of our part. But I found my way back to you, or at least to what was left. I found my way back to you, back to woeful regret. I was too late. Your love had too long been starved, and though you say you could never hate me, your apathetic dismissal left me scarred. Claiming me with your sinuously deceptive lips, you sensually suctioned all the joy right out of me. Filling my mind with grandeur delusions, you dashed my hopes to smithereens. How could you still love me and not want to invest time in us? How could you still want me after dating me in the past was a bust? All these questions were whirling like a tumultuous tornado in my mind. You promised to communicate. You promised to give me more of your time. I hated you. I loved you. I needed you and wanted nothing more to do with you. You used me, or at least that was what it felt like. You had taken revenge for the many times I told you to take a hike. I guess now it was my turn to take a hike. So I upped and left because I felt bereft. I up and left because I wasn't a priority to be met. On that fateful day, I did try reaching out to you. The sky outside more gray than blue. Even the sun hid its face from the foreboding truth. I wanted you badly. I needed to be reassured, but you were nowhere to be found. no way that was psychologically sound. I could not reach you because you were imprisoned in your head. You feared my parting, and your heart squeezed with dread. You could not hear it, the words to undo our bond, words that were never intended had you taken my call. And thus by attempting to diffuse the situation, you only promptly lit the fuse. And instead of gaining clarity, things were further confused. I know I fled in the past. I felt we were moving too fast. You wanted me with profound yearning, and each time I put you on blast. Now it seems the contrary, for you are the one weary. You didn't want to lose me again, so you played it cool as though we were mere friends. The revelations would come a week later, after we both faced the ultimate perdition. You had finally caved and called with an explanation. Beloved, you are the kerosene that ignites my fires. Your love, your desire is the gasoline to set ablaze my insatiable desire. I could never love another as I have loved you, the only man who has known me intimately. My hopes, my fears, my flaws. You shared in my happiness and wiped my tears away. You've driven me to erotic bliss. You tolerated me when I was irately crazed. You never disrespected me and always held me in high esteem. Even while we were yet estranged, you still made me your queen. So yes, I was a hot mess and extremely hurt by your lack of initiation. Oh yes, after being put to the test many times before and then be reunited, only to once again lose each other so soon. A Shakespeare tragedy in the making of how a long-lost love spelled my doom or my tomb. Truly, the last several days were a dreary haze of mournful heartache. My mind was on autopilot to do what needed to get done. Some days I didn't want to awaken. Some days I wanted to die. After I had been in heaven, how could I live a lie? You are my paradise, beloved, and without you I have not redemption, in the sense that your love makes me a better person and invigorates my hope of ascension. You always told me that we were meant to be star-crossed lovers, bound by something greater than destiny. The real deception was fighting my feelings for you, under the false notion that no one could be trusted to be true. Your reluctance brought a world of pain. Your hesitation rendered me insane. And yet I understood your plight, because in the past I refused to fight. But not even I could come between us. Nothing united by the Creator will crumble. We have always found our futures again intertwined. I am ready. It is time. I made you mine forever.